It is a sight that may well be worrying the authorities in both Taiwan and Washington. A new Chinese warship for its navy, which is already the largest navy in the world. President Xi Jinping attended the commissioning ceremony for the Fujian aircraft carrier, the most advanced in Beijing's fleet so far.
A significant moment for China. Its most advanced warship officially entering service as part of the world's biggest navy. With Chinese President Xi Jinping leading the celebrations in images shown on state television. Along with President Xi, more than 2,000 sailors took part in the event on Hainan Island in the country's south. Xi, who is also the chairman of China's military, wearing army green as he inspects planes on the carrier and congratulates pilots.
Even test flights demand tremendous courage. What you do is truly remarkable. You're all heroes.
The new ship, known as the Fujian, is the world's largest conventional aircraft carrier, which is diesel rather than nuclear-powered, like those in the US Navy. It stands out for its high-tech electromagnetic catapult system that allows planes to take off with heavier weapons and fuel loads. The Fujian is a big deal for Beijing because it's the first to be fully designed and built in China. Although unveiled in 2022, it has taken several years of testing for the ship to become proficient enough to officially enter service. Experts say the Fujian's development is proof of Beijing's plans to assert its naval dominance and increase its military competition with the United States.
Let's get more from DW's East Asia correspondent Rick Lowert, who is joining us from Taipei. Rick, how big of a deal is this? What signal is China sending here?
Well, China and its President Xi Jinping, who personally oversaw that commissioning today, will want to be sending a message that China has a navy to rival the US. China's third carrier is its biggest. It's nearly as big as the US's biggest carriers, but they still have more. They have 11 to China's 3. But in the sheer number of ships, China does have the largest navy in the world. And Xi Jinping has been making a big song and dance during his time as president about modernizing China's military and having a world-class navy. So the Fujian is showing that he is continuing to deliver on that.
So tell us more about the carrier and when it's going to be operational.
Well, this is now China's most sophisticated, biggest carrier, domestically designed and built. Significantly, it's got a new feature, which is an electromagnetic catapult, which allows planes to launch that are heavier if they're carrying more weapons or if they've got more fuel, which means they can fly further distances. And we understand that that is a feature that President Xi Jinping personally requested, that he oversaw. It's a diesel aircraft carrier, so it's got less range than the US nuclear equivalents. And it's already conducted sea trials, but it's understood that it will take about a year before it's fully operational.
How is all of this being seen in Taiwan?
Well, Taiwan has obviously been watching that rapidly expanding Chinese navy. China uses those boats and also its planes to push its claims over democratic Taiwan. Just in the last 24 hours, there's been more than 30 sorties of planes and 11 Chinese naval vessels in the area around Taiwan, just to give you a sense of what that looks like. When China first sent 2 carriers out into the Pacific for the first time earlier this year, Taiwan said that that revealed China's expansionist aims. And obviously, carriers would be very useful in denying people that might come to help Taiwan in the event of action by China, whether that's a blockade or a full-scale invasion.
So from what you're saying there, I mean, will this make a military confrontation more likely in the near future, would you say?
Well, analysts are suggesting that with China now having 3 aircraft carriers, it could be potentially positioning one at each time in areas that it claims, but that have counterclaims, areas like around Taiwan or the South China Sea, and that it will be more able to conduct more of these drills and exercises, more sophisticated drills and exercises, and obviously conducting those in contested areas where there are other people operating increases the likelihood of clashes, misunderstandings, which could, of course, escalate and lead to conflict.
Rick, thanks so much for that update. That's DW's Rick Glowett in Taipei.